When I get those thoughts, I grab them in the neck and I throw it out of my head. It's so important, and I do it as quickly as I can. It's so extremely hard that I gotta do now. Try to create a successful podcast so I can live off. And I need all of the edges I can have. So what do I do to get some edges? I love the hardship and the challenge it gives me. I like to fight through struggles, and it's so difficult. I want to see how far I can come, if I can do it. So it's the ultimate challenge for me. I am a winner, and do you know what winners do? They win, regardless of what happened. Winners always find a way to win. Welcome. Then we are ready for a new and powerful episode again. You know what no one tells you when you chase a dream? They don't tell you how damn hard it really is. They don't tell you about the night you can't sleep because your mind won't stop running. They don't tell you how it feels to give everything you got and still not see the result you want. But that's the truth. Success is so much harder than we could ever imagine. And I'm living it right now. In this episode, I'm gonna be real with you about the pressure, about the frustration, about the setbacks, and the fight to keep going even when nothing seems to work. Because this is not the story of giving up. This is the story of showing up. This is the story of building something great even when the world isn't watching yet. Welcome to the 101% podcast, where we don't chase perfect, we chase better. And for the last month, I have been in a lot of stress and anger. It's important to have a certain amount of anger. That's great. You have fuel, you got more power, you got tougher. So that's great. But you have to be careful so it not became too much anger. And I have had too much anger the last month. I have been irritated, I have been frustrated and angry. And then there is one thing that's important to think about. I have to think about the people around me. Because if I'm angry and irritated, it's not so good to be around me. And I have been that the last month. So I have talked with myself now, and I told myself, okay, I have to change now. I cannot be irritated like this. Okay, I can be a little bit angry, but I have to use it in a positive way and not let it affect people around me. I am feeling the pressure now. What pressure? The pressure to succeed on this podcast. It's still not so many listeners, views, and download on our episode. And we haven't earned almost anything yet in the first year. And the money inside my bank account, it goes down every month. So it's a lot of stress. And I knew that it's gonna be hard to make a successful podcast. It's very hard, and even harder if you're gonna make a successful podcast that you're gonna live full time of. I knew it was gonna be hard, but I couldn't imagine that it will be so hard and time consuming as this. The effort we put in is great. We work extremely hard, but the result we get is not good enough. Does I think about quitting? Of course not. Never. I never think about quitting. But of course I get bad thoughts in my mind sometimes. Oh, this is too hard. This is difficult. Of course you cannot do this. Not many people know you, and it's so difficult, and maybe it's better to do something else. But when I get those thoughts, I grab them in the neck and I throw it out of my head. It's so important, and I do it as quickly as I can because I don't want to spin my thoughts and push myself in a down spiral. So I throw them out of my head and I speak good thoughts to myself. Okay, you're great. You work very hard. Every day you become better and better. This is great what you're doing. And you're much more closer than you was when you start. So I just have to speak good things to myself. And if it was easy to get success in the podcast business, everyone would have done it. And I'm not gonna sit down and think about, oh, what can be wrong, this can be bad, this can be bad. I just have to focus on the things I can control. On a while ago, I did listen to another podcaster, and he told that I don't count downloads, I just count uploads. So I don't count how many people download his episode or listen to his episode. He just count how many uploads he have. And that's a great way to think about it. And I focus on improving our episode, or content, or promotion. I work on my communication skills, on my storytelling skills. I try to entertain more, and I try to be more and more free from script. And I work extremely hard to always improve everything I do. And I try to work in a smart and efficient way. And I never quit. I always do my best. And I do it consistently, day after day after day. And I never quit. I always do my best. And I do it consistently, day after day after day. And I keep doing all of those things. And when I do that, it's impossible to not succeed. I love what I'm doing now, even if it's extremely hard and time consuming. And I'm still gonna go hard and keep going. And it's even gonna be more fun when we start to earn money, get a lot of views, and get big names as guests on our show. I'm so excited for that. And as for now, it's difficult to get guests on our podcast. Why? Because we're just a small podcast with not so many views and downloads. And I totally understand it. But who can we blame for low downloads and views? Of course, ourselves. Everything is our fault. And it's so important with self-accountability. If we get success, it's on us. If we get failure, it's on us. Am I sad now? Do I feel down because of we still not get the result and the money we want? No, I'm not sad because I not allow myself to be sad. I have no time to sit down and, oh, this is so bad. Why we not get money like this? Why we not more views? I have no time for that. It won't take me anywhere. And no one cares about your feeling. You just have to keep working. Am I tired? Yes, sometimes I'm tired and exhausted. And sometimes I not feel to work, but I still get it done every single time. Because I really would like to have success. And I put in so much work, so I'm not gonna stop. And consistency is the success in life. You must never forget that. And it's so much energy, power, and fight inside every one of us. So it's so important to just find it. And when you find it, you release it and keep going. And the person who wants it the most is the person who get it when they grown up. That's why many broke people with terrible upbringing often get rich and successful when they grown up. They want it more than everyone else. And then they do more and work harder than everyone else. Elon Musk come from a tough upbringing in South Africa. He struggled socially and financially. But later on, he created PayPal, it became Tesla, SpaceX, Starlink, he bought Twitter, and became extremely successful. Another one, Eminem, Marshall Mathers, he grew up poor in Detroit, in a broken home. He was bullied and rejected. And he became one of the most successful rapper ever. Then we have Rihanna. She came from a poor background in Barbados. Became one of the richest female artists and billionaire entrepreneur through Fenty Beauty. Then we have another star, Snoop Dogg. He was raised by a single mother in Long Beach, in a violent neighborhood. He turned his story into global success. Music and business has. And then we have Jim Carrey. His family was so poor that they actually lived in a van for a while. He became one of Hollywood's highest paid comedian. And then we have Cristiano Ronaldo. He grew up poor on the island of Madeira in Portugal. And he became one of the greatest footballer and wealthiest athlete in history. And then we have LeBron James. He was raised by a single mother, often homeless as a kid, became a basketball icon and a global businessman. And Mike Tyson, he came from a violent, poverty-stricken neighborhood, became the youngest heavyweight boxing champion ever. And all of those people, they have so hard and tough upbringing. And it looked like the world was against them. And what was the percent for they gonna have succeed? It wasn't big, but they have it so hard. And then I believe when they become older, they want it more than everyone else. That's why so many in those situations reach farther than most of the people that have an okay and ordinary life. Because if you have an okay and ordinary life, you have everything you need and you have not so much drive and everything is okay. But they have it very bad for a long time and they really would like to create a so good life for themselves and I believe also for their future family. So if you want it more than everyone else and you do everything you can, it's impossible you not get it. When I'm tired, I used to studying other podcasters. I sit in my bed with my iPad and I look other podcaster and I take notes. So then I can relax at the same time I'm working and learning. Taking notes is a great way to learn because then you have active learning. You don't just sit and listen, but you actually do something and then you retain the information better. And in the podcast business, you not get credit for your hard work and effort. You just get credit for your result. And if you want something others don't have, you have to do things others don't want to do. You have to sacrifice a lot of free time, money, time with your family, take a lot of risk, be under much stress and struggles, have a lot of sleepless nights and frustration. That's the price you have to pay for success. And you can choose, do you want an easy life now or a hard life later? Or do you want a hard life now or an easy life later? For me personally, of course, I choose a hard life now so I can live an easy life later. That's why I go so hard now and only work, train, stay with my daughter. That's the only thing I do. And it's so extremely hard that I gotta do now to try to create a successful podcast so I can live off. And I need all of the edges I can have. So what do I do to get some edges? I train 4 to 5 times every week. Then I get more power, energy, I feel more clear in my mind. And every day I take cold shower. I know it's good for my immune system. I feel more calm afterwards. And it's many good health benefits. Every day I fast 10.5 hours. After 8 o'clock at night, it's only water that go inside my mouth. Fasting have so many great health benefits. I walk trip while I'm relax my mind and also organize my thoughts. And I am grateful. I pray and read in the Bible. That's make me to a better person. And I usually sleep 7 hours in the weekdays and 8 hours in the weekends. Sleep is so important for restitute your body, your mind. So that's something it's very high on my priority list. I also try to be calm and not stress too much. I eat healthy and good food that give me energy. Because you have to check when you eat food, does it give me energy or does it steal energy from you? And I am good to say no. No to things that I not want to do and also no to things that take me away from my goals. I used to plan my day the day before. And I try to work as smart and efficient as I can. Because you cannot just only work hard. You have to work smart because many people are working hard. So then you have to work hard and smart. And all of those things help me to work harder and be more focused so I can reach my goal faster. I need every edge I can have to get success in the podcast business. I just read something. Only 3% of the influencer, speakers, and authors can live full time from that. I love the hardship and the challenge it gives me. I like to fight through struggles. And it's so difficult. I want to see how far I can come, if I can do it. So it's the ultimate challenge for me. And I am a winner. And do you know what winners do? They win, regardless of what happened. Winners always find a way to win. We have had a lot of great achievements the first years, absolutely. We have learned so much, produced so much episode, create content, and always improve our stuff. So we are very happy with a lot of the things, absolutely. It should be more views and earn money. But this is just the first year in our business. You have to think long term. So it will be funny to see in 1 more years from now how far we have come. I am pumped up, still have a lot of drive, energy, and I'm good to go hard. I'm gonna go beast mode and work my ass off every single day. This is just the beginning. We are creating an empire. And I hope you will come back and we will promise you to keep improving our episode. Yeah, it's hard. Harder than we could imagine. But you know what? I wouldn't trade it for anything. Because the struggles means I'm in the game. Every upload, every late night, every setback, it's all a part of the climb. One day the people who didn't believe will look back and say, I remember when they have nothing. And I'll smile. Because I will remember it too. So if you listen right now and you're fighting your own battle, remember this. Don't count your downloads, count your uploads. Don't focus on what you lack. Focus on what you're building. Keep showing up, keep improving, keep giving 101%. Because one day, when it finally pays off, it will be worth every single struggle you had. This is just the beginning. We're building something real, an empire from nothing. And we're not stopping. Today's episode was recorded on the 4th of November 2025. Thank you for being with us on this journey. Now go out there and give it your 101%. It is important for us to get out our message so we can help as many people as possible. And we would highly appreciate it if you could take 1 minute of your time to follow us on social media and review the show on Apple Podcast and Spotify. All links are below. Our Instagram is the 101% podcast. Until next time, take care and go 101% into achieving your goals. You owe it to yourself.